It is a pandemic within a pandemic. Nigeria has witnessed a significant increase in cases of sexual and gender-based violence in recent months, attributed to the restrictive measures adopted by the government to stem the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic, and which has exposed the most vulnerable citizens to the risk of domestic and intimate partner abuse. The European Union, in collaboration with partners, continues to be in the vanguard of the fight against SGBV through various actions aimed at raising public awareness, mobilizing actions from citizens and government, strengthening institutional capacity to deal with the problem, as well as providing succor to victims.
And I think, the outcry that we have seen in Nigeria over the last weeks, following these heinous acts of crime, rape, killing of women and girls like Barakat, like Tina, like Uba, has really created a movement in Nigeria that I hope will now not be stoppable. Because what we are witnessing is a pandemic within the pandemic.
The EU has been in the thick of the actions that have, over the past 3 weeks, brought SGBV to the center of national discourse. Citizens' advocacy for the declaration of a state of emergency against SGBV gained attention at the federal level with the national legislature and the presidency through the offices of the Vice President and Inspector General of Police. At the state level, key stakeholders, including Nigerian Governors Forum and State Houses of Assembly, were engaged.
I think what we can do for these girls and women is to make sure that there is a legacy of change, a legacy of transformative change. And to do that, we must stop turning a blind eye to the problem. We must grab the bull by the horns. So with Spotlight, we try to build on the already existing successes that we have seen. The establishment of SACs, sexual assault referral centers that were supported by the European Union as well, the National Register for Sexual Offenders as well, and building on that experience, amplifying that, making that into national policy, making sure that the governors, commit to saying, I will only be successful in my endeavors if I make sure that there are sexual assault referral centers in my state. If the WAP Act has been domesticated in my state as well. And with Spotlight, we now launch as well shelters at state level. So we start with a few select states around the country, and by that, building a model that can then be used in all the rest of it.
The citizens-led advocacy has yielded promising results, most notably with the Nigerian Governors Forum declaring a state of emergency on SGBV on June 10, 2020. The forum called on all states to set up a sex offenders register and to sign on to the 2 federal laws which punish rape and violence against women and children. The forum also invited the country's police heads to brief the governors on efforts they are making to tackle sexual and gender-based violence in Nigeria. It was also encouraging to see 2 state governments domesticate the laws as a direct result of the advocacy by citizens groups.
The European Union is also providing funds to us through the UN Women under a Spotlight initiative on violence against women. But in addition to the Mirabel Center, which is located in Lagos, the EU has also given us a grant to open another center in Sokoto. And that center is called the Nana Khadija Center. We opened to the public on March 20, 2020 this year. But we've already provided care and support, free care and support to survivors of sexual and gender-based violence, to about 60 survivors. We can proudly say that the European Union has given us the support to open a center in Sokoto, and that center is providing the care and support to survivors of rape and sexual violence. And so we are very grateful to the European Union. And also the EU ambassador actually visited the Mirabel Center, spent some time with us, spent time with the survivors and the staff to get to know exactly what we are doing. And for us, that was very encouraging and inspiring for us. We showed how much it meant to him and to the European Union. So we are really very grateful to them for the support they're giving us.